Hello, world. Welcome to the Tea with Keys podcast. I hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. I'm going to try to enjoy mine and catch up on some sleep and studying. And of course, I go to work later, but whatever. And, oh my God, I forgot to tell you guys. Don't forget to tune in to Michelet's biopic on Lifetime tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central Time Zone, or whatever. It's going to be called Surviving Compton, Dre, Suge, and Michelet. And if you're not familiar with Michelet, Michelet is a singer from Compton. She's well known for her hit single, Something in My Heart, Nice D, and No More Lies. And basically, she was the first female artist signed to Ruthless Records, I believe. And she ran with NWA. She's the mother of Dr. Dre's son, and eventually she went to Death Row and she got married to Suge Knight and had a kid with him also. And so, yeah, she sung background on the biggest hits. She sung on Tupac's "Run the Streets." You can run the streets with your thugs. I've been waiting for you until you get through. Okay, okay. And she sung on the DLC's "It's Funky, It's Funky." And Michelet, she has an impeccable record, and she's known for her speaking voice, but her singing voice will blow you away. And I'm a huge Michelet fan, so I think you guys should tune in. It's a very important movie. It's going to touch on domestic violence in relationships, and it's going to touch on her relationships with these powerful men in the hip-hop industry. So, yeah, it's very informative, so I think you guys should check it out. It's pretty good, I hope. I can't wait to see it. I'm not going to see the first premiere. I'm going to most likely watch the second, the encore of the film because work. But yeah, whatever. And moving on, I'm going to discuss relationships today. How funny, I want to talk about relationships. And I want to tell you guys why I want to talk about relationships and the reasons why I don't have one. And I get this a lot. I get this from family, not friends a lot, because my friends know my situation and how I feel about relationships, and the general public, period. Because I've always been told why I don't have someone, why I've never brought anyone to meet my family, and whatever the case may be. And I don't know, it's kind of hard to bring someone to meet my family because of my sexuality. I don't know how that's going to pan out, whatever. But in order to find a relationship, you have to take people seriously. And unfortunately, I don't take anyone seriously. And that's the main reason why I'm not in a relationship. Because look how most relationships are. And I'm not going to sit up and blame the entire male human race on why I don't have a relationship, but from what I observe from other relationships and see on social media, most of you are jokes. And it's like, I'm not being that scorned, bitter person who's single, because I'm far from bitter. I'm actually happy being single than I ever was in any relationship I've ever been in, or a situationship, or whatever you want to call it. I'm a lot more happier. So when people tell me that I'm being bitter or it might be something wrong with me, which is why I'm not in a relationship, bitch, I am perfectly fine. I am happy. And honestly, my education is my main priority. I'm still in school. I'm going to graduate soon. I don't have time to dealing with a relationship and dealing with school at the same time. That's stressful. I've seen friends go through shit like that. I don't want to go through that. For what? And the harsh reality is, for me, it's kind of hard to date because I'm still battling my own insecurities. I still have to deal with how the gay black community shuns people like me because, I gained a little weight in college. So, if you want a gay black man, you got to be skinny, light-skinned, and have a nice body and look good as hell. And I'm tall and I'm chocolate and I got a little gut on me. So, I'm not even anyone's MCM per se. And so I have a hard time like even shooting my shot, quote unquote, because I already know that I'm not going to get the reaction that I want. Because I've been called ugly monkeys and guys have told me to my face, you ugly as a bitch and all this and that. So I never really try to pursue anyone because I know that it's not going to work out in my favor. So I just stand in the back and focus on working in, school. That's all I really care about. And and if guys are attracted to me, they only are attracted to me sexually and only want to fuck. And here's the thing, I'm not really into casual sex per se. And here's why I'm not into casual sex, because I tried it once and it didn't work out in my favor because that person promised me that we were going to build. And it's not about the sex, but we are always having sex. So eventually I found out this person was in a relationship and still fucking on people that I knew per se. And just doing a lot of fuckboy shit. And that's the reason why to this day I won't say I'm celibate, but I'm not sleeping and hooking up with anyone until I'm in a serious relationship. Because I'm family oriented. And growing up, I had staples of black love in my family. My great grandparents and my cousins and my older cousins, they're in relationships and they have families and all of that stuff. So I think that's part of the reason why I don't settle for mediocre shit. And that's me. And a lot of people take this as shade, but if you want to settle for less and settle for a nigga that only wants to fuck you or make you convenient pussy or dick or whatever the case may be, then by all means, do you, boo. That has nothing to do with me. But what I'm not going to settle for is someone who doesn't appreciate my worth or value as a person and what I may bring to the table. I may not be the finest man walking on earth, but I can make you laugh. I can make you feel like happy as a human being. I can uplift you and motivate you and stimulate your mind. And that's what draws people to me. Everyone that meets me or gets to know me via social media, they always tell me how much they like me because I'm such an amazing person and I'm always positive and uplifting and caring, honestly. And I'd be like, really, me? Like, me? What about me? What's so special about me? And people tell me just nice things that I've never really heard from people before. And it's so amazing to hear stuff like that. You want to hear people uplift you and make you feel good, especially when you are insecure about yourself because of your flaws. And so, when it comes to dealing with relationships and all that jazz, it's like I try to avoid it, It's like I don't look for something anymore. I tend to allow it to look for me. And I just feel like it's not my time, especially in a world where people are only in relationships for social media attention and just for lust, pretty much. And you guys will get together and be all in love one week, and then the next week you guys break up because you realize the relationship is only based on sex. And it doesn't work out the way you want it to work out. And I don't have time for that anymore. I don't have time to be going from man to man trying to find the qualities I want in a relationship or from a man, period. And it's like, that's dead to me. I'm almost at the cutoff age where I need to seriously find myself in the world, what I want to do career-wise, where I want to live, and who I want to seriously be in a relationship with. I don't have time to be dealing with the fuckery. I'm sorry, I can't. And if most of these people want to deal with that, but then by all means, do you. But I'm just at the point where right now is not my time. And I understand that. I love being alone. Like I said, I'm always happier single than I ever was being in a serious relationship. Like, I haven't been in a relationship in, I want to say 5 to 6 years. And have I talked to people during that duration? Yeah. But I don't like how I was being treated. And that's one thing that makes me cut from a different cloth from most of these ditzy people out here in this world. If I don't like how I'm being treated in a relationship, situationship, or whatever the case may be, and if we're not going anywhere, why stay in that relationship? I'm not about to be someone's fuck buddy and for months at a time and we're not building something. If we never went on a date, I don't count you as a significant other or whatever, or we didn't talk or whatever. For what? Why would I even think of you? Because you didn't think highly of me enough to build something with me, but you would rather just have sex though. People think sex is supposed to keep someone around, and that's just very, 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 very tacky as fuck. And so, you have to bring something to me more than sex. Like, and that's why, like, I'm going on 2 years without having sex. Like, I want people to look beyond that and try to find the good in someone, or the good in me. Like, there's so much more to life than sex. Trust me. Sex is not that deep. Like, people act like they can't function without either being in a relationship or getting some dick or pussy. Like, get the hell over it and try to grow up and try to look beyond that and find the good in people. People will sit up and say, I don't have trust issues, that's why I don't get into relationships, blah, 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 but you can trust somebody to wall dog them or nut on your face. I really hope this gets approved on iTunes because I just said a lot of mess. But y'all like, men kill me with that. Like, you don't want to be in a committed relationship with me, but you feel like you can lay down with me whenever you feel like it and think like that's cool. And so that's dead to me. I don't have time to be dealing with stuff like that. If you all want to deal with stuff like that, then by all means. And like, one thing, like I always say, one thing I pride myself on is not staying in a situation where I was not being treated right, or or whatever the case may be. People will sit up and be like, well, that's why you single. I'm single because I'm not stupid like you. You can sit up and deal with being someone's side bitch or getting cheated on or whatever the case may be, but you're only with them just to say you have a man or a girlfriend or whatever the case may be. I don't have time for that. That's dead to me. Like, I had my little stupid moments in high school when I dated people and they were fucking on my friends and doing all this other bullshit. But hey, what's it to me? And it's like, I don't know. I have much more respect and self-love for myself now that I'm a lot more older and wiser. And to put up with something less than that, I always thank my mother for not making me ditzy or, for raising me right and with common sense. I always thank her for that, because if she didn't do anything else, she made sure that I would never stay in something that I'm not happy in. And if you're not happy, move on with your life. Don't go back and make that man your MCM or talk about Happy National Boyfriend Day because you want to brag that you have a man that you don't even like, allegedly, and that you want to leave, but you keep going back because you stupid as fuck. That's just not my forte. But, hey, sail on, sisters. Sail the hell on. And, those are mainly my reasons and kind of the reason why I want to talk about relationships, because I just am not settling just to be settling. So, yeah, hope you guys stay tuned. Hopefully I'll make up my mind about the review for Michelle's movie. And I'll see you guys next week with another topic for Tea with Keys. Thank you for listening and have a great freaking day.